Hello friends, welcome to Chemionix. In this video, we will see how to place a structural member in AutoCAD. I have already opened the AutoCAD as seen. In the About tab, click on the structural option. On clicking on the structure tab, you can see the number of different objects or elements that are useful for placing the structural member into AutoCAD. So we will see one by one the different elements and their use, like members, grid, railing, staircase, plates, footing, ladders, structure edit, and miter anchors. So if the client has provided you with the grid sections or the grid information, you can create the grid for the structural member before placing any of the structure. We can create the grid system manually by the dimension provided, or you can use the grid option which is provided into structural tab. That is this. Click on the grid. On the dialog box in the grid, create grid, you can see we can give the grid name over here. We can put the values, that is row values, platform values, axis value, its names, and different coordinate system, as well as the font size. And just simple click on the create by putting your values and as per the requirement. You can see this grid system has been generated automatically as per the values which we entered. Or we can also create our own grid system with polylines and polygons, like I'm trying to make over here. Okay, so we can make our own grid system as I told you before. I will copy this all four, just move it above like this, copy this again, bring it to center. Okay, so as I told, we can make our own grid system too with the help of polylines and polygons, and this is the grid system what we created from this dialog box. Okay, so after creating the grid, or even if you don't have a grid, we can simple make a polygon or a polyline and we can place the structure member on this polyline too. So please make clear the difference what I'm trying to tell. This is the grid system what AutoCAD provides, it is the grid system what we develop. And if we don't want to create any of the grid system, we can also place the structure member on the polygons itself. So we will start with the member. If you click on the member, automatically the selected member defaultly we can place like this by selecting the end point from up to down or down to up like this. Now if you want to change the structural size or the elements, just click on the structural member, then click on structure edit over here. On the structure edit dialog box, we can see number of different options. We will go one by one. In the shape standard, we can select the standard of the structural member, that is AISC, CISC, and DIN. Below that, there are the shape types like C, L, T, then I channels, round bars, etc. This is for the round bar, this is rectangle bar. Now we are doing some changes into I channels. In the shape size over here in the drop box, there is different standards, size standards for the I channels. Select as per your requirement. If you don't find any of the I channel what we want to place, we can change the shape standards and we can select from there also. Below that, we can see the material standards, that is ASTM BS4. This is for the W6x25. If you select different size, the standard also material standard also get changed over here. These are the material codes for particular. We can select it from concrete to different options that is required, and even we can change the rotation angle from here for this I channel. If we flip it, you can simply see it gets changed. It gets rotated anti-clockwise as well as clockwise. We can flip it by y-axis and we can also align it by y-axis and other options too. So if we select the eye channels with W8 into 24, create OK, you can see the size of shape of eye channel got changed over here. Now I want to place these eye channels on different grid corners. Then if I simple click on copy command, select the center, just copy and select the center over here and place. Similarly over here, and you can also practice it for this and this area also too. So now these columns are ready, and we want to place beam over here. Again click on the member, click on the end points at both the side. Likewise, you can change or we can rotate the eye channel by the rotate command, or we can flip it by the structure edit over here as told before. Like I will make it as 0 plus, so you can see it got changed, it got flipped and it's properly placed. So this is how we can edit and replace the structure element, and we can change the shapes and size and standards from structure edit tab over here. So next is representation of any of the structural member or element. So if we click on the arrow over here, we can see on the drop box the different model types: line model, symbol model, outline model and shape model. So in line model, if we click on line model, we can see the structural member got replaced with the line with the symbolic representation of eye channel. If we change to the symbol system, we can see the outline of the eye channel drawn into single polylines. Then third is outline of model, that eye channel outline has been shown in this. And the last is shape model, where the fillet, welding fillets has been represented. So most of the time we work in the outline model. Likewise for the beam as well. If you want to explode any of the structural member, you can select the structural member and you can explode it by simple clicking on this. And this the structure member will get exploded, and all these standard values which has with the members will get disappeared into property bar. So the next is, in many of the cases, if you want to align this beam with the column over here and it is falling like this, okay, so what we can do, we can select this small square symbol and we can pull it back or front, and we can align it properly like this. Okay. Or else there is a good option of mite over here, which is also called cut back member. So this is also a very good option. We can click on this option, select the column and the beam which we want to align or cut with respect to the column. So first we clicked on column and beam, so you can see it's properly got cut with respect to the column. So in many of the structural member, if you want to create some braces and other things, if you want to create supports over here, in that section we need to represent the proper cutting of the elements. For that purpose, this miter or cut member back tool is used. So this all step is similar for different structural elements, that may be L, that may be T, round, S, C channels, everything. Just click on C channel, select the shape, you can select the material standards and etc. So everything will be same for every individual member shape what we want to insert into the AutoCAD. So in this video we saw how to create and place a structure member with different structural size and shapes. If you have grid section or if you don't have a grid, we can simply place with help of polylines or even without polylines. So hope you understood, and